That's a box shell turtle. He's got his own house. He don't need to come in mine. Alright, y'all, we're going to attempt to put the bushing, take the magazine, disconnect out and put the bushing in. To do that, I'm going to have to be pushing on this pin right here. I don't know how well this is going to work. It's going to take longer than 4 minutes because I'm having to run my head. I'm going to zero in. When I first did this, I just laid it down on a roll of duct tape, took a punch and a hammer and started wailing on it. And I dislocated a bunch of parts. And I'm going to try, bear with me. There's all kinds of ways to do this, but I'm going to try and do it the way I've been doing it. There's a little white dot right there. Let me zoom in. There is a spring. You will see it. It rides in a little groove in that pin, the underside of it. That is the sear spring. I'm gonna pull it down out of that groove and then push the pin from the other side. This is just getting set up, so bear with me. And again, the whole purpose of this is to show you if I can do it, anybody can do it. Yeah, I know. Makes you nervous watching, don't it? It makes me nervous trying to show you. I'm going to pull down on that spring. Now some people just go ahead and take all the guts out of this thing. I don't want to do that, but because of my hands, it's just, I need as few parts as I can deal with, and all I want to deal with is that pin. But you pull it down and then push. Of course, working around the camera ain't a lot of fun either. I'm going to pull the pin down, which takes it out of that slot that it rides in. And it frees this up. Frees up this pin. Now, if I was by myself, I would take a hammer and smack it, and it's still in that groove. Okay, let's see. It's out of the groove. What I did was I just took it and pushed it sideways, pulled it down and pushed it sideways to get it out of that groove. Now the pin can move freely. Let me show you what I've done. See where the pin's sticking out over here? I pulled that spring down and I pushed on the pin, got it started. Now from here on out, I'm going to be doing this by hand, and I'm going to ease it ever so slowly because I do not want to pull it past this right here. This is the safety. Okay, it sticks out, the button sticks out over here. All I want to do is pull that pin till it just clears the other side of this hammer. And that hammer, I want you to watch for it, it should pop up. It should move just a little bit when it gets to that point. But I don't want to pull it so far that that spring gets away, or that it comes out of the safety. And we'll try from time to time to pull up on it. To pull it up out of there. I don't want to lose that safety. If I lose that safety, then I have to put the safety back in before I can do anything else, and it's just a pain. There it is. It just came out. Now what I do, I've still got everything. Alright, see all this junk? We're going to pull all this junk here out. I know this is not the best film, it's not what I'd hoped for, but we're going to pull all that junk out. And we're going to take and set this tandem cross bushing in there. Then we're going to stick this back in there, in that arm, hammer arm, and we're going to ease it all back down in there, and I'm going to try and get that pin back in the hammer. I am pushing it by hand. And if you see me struggling here, you're not going to be going through all this. For me, this is like brain surgery. Now I'm pushing that pin back in. I'm trying to line it up and get that pin started. Once I get that pin started, I'm home free. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick this in and get it lined up over here. There. I'm going to get it lined up over here. There. It's in there. I know, excuse me, I know that's not the best video, but I'm trying to show you if this old man can do it, anybody can do it. Now I'm going to line it up over here, push that all the way through the pin. See, it popped back out over here. You're not going to have this problem because you're not going to be doing all the shaking, and I can look in there and see that my spring is still in the right place. That's it. That's all to removing it and replacing it. Now I'm going to shut the camera off, which I hate to do, and I'm going to put the gun back together again. Oh, one last thing. There is the filler for the loaded chamber indicator. There's nothing on the inside. You know, when the loaded chamber indicator is there, there's a tab and a spring on the inside. There's nothing on the inside to interfere, and it's nice and smooth. When I went to put this in, the pin that holds the loaded chamber indicator, I normally try to pull it out with a magnet. It would not pull out, and I didn't know what to do. I tried the magnets, rare earth magnets, nothing worked. So I got on YouTube, this pin right here, one like it. I tried to take it out, it would not come out. So I didn't know how to get it out. I was using a pick and everything else, the magnets weren't working. I got on YouTube and I looked up a guy's channel. I'll put his link down below, but he saved my bacon, because what you do is you take a mallet and you smack it 2 or 3 times from the underside, and it causes that pin to drop out. And I just grabbed it and pulled it out. He was a lifesaver. Y'all go take a look at his channel, but that's where the pin was. Anyhow, it's done. All I got to do is put the gun back together again. Let me cut the camera off. I'll do that and get set up and show you that it works. Alright, y'all. Sorry I had to turn the camera off, but I didn't want this film to be too long. No magazine. There's nothing to it. You know, this film is not going to really show it well as I had hoped for. But all you have to do, there's the magazine disconnect and bushing. All you have to do, and of course if you got steady hands, you can hold your pistol and do it yourself, you know. But there is a spring on the side of that pin that's pushing up. You pull it down, push that pin, get it started, and then you just ease it out ever so barely till you clear the hammer, and that hammer will normally make a little click sound when it clears it, and you pull it up out of there, take the junk out, put the bushing back in there, and look, if these hands and these arms and these legs shaking all the time can do it, anybody can do it. And then it just makes it so much nicer. And you saw when I showed the pistol how the magazine hangs up. It doesn't hang up when you got the magazine disconnect out of there. So if you think you can't do it, think about me. I did it, and but the main thing is to get that pin started. Pull that spring down. You'll see the spring. It's on the underside of that pin. Pull it down. Get the pin started from the other side, and then do it by hand ever so barely, because that pin holds the safety in. Now when the safety falls out, it's not a big deal. You slip it back in there with its little detenting spring. But I haven't been working on this thing and trying to run my head and watch the camera too. 15 minutes maybe. But that's how you take a magazine disconnect out when it's harder than it should be. So you won't have near as bad a problem, and you'll be able to do it. And then when you tear your gun down, you don't have to go through all that. Stick the magazine in, take the magazine out, pull the, you don't have to do all that. I could strip it down right now real quick. Hope it gives you the courage to try it yourself. And I appreciate you watching. Catch you later. Bye.